Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we are taking a look at the Boss ME-80 guitar multiple effects, and we're going to do a tutorial on using the phrase looper. So the delay module, that is where you will find the phrase looper. What this means is that you can't use any of the delays that are in the delay module if you are using the phrase looper. However, you do have a delay in FX2 and a delay in the mod. So you've got delays, okay? Now, you have a maximum of 38 seconds of loop time. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but it's plenty for a looper, okay? And then as many overdubs as you like. Using it is very, very easy. There are a few drawbacks to this looper. It's not the most amazing looper in the world, but it's still a looper and it's still inside your amazing Boss ME-80. So, first of all, use it in manual mode. Don't use it in memory mode. It's a pain. I'll tell you why in a bit. But manual mode. So first thing we want to be doing is going to manual mode and then going to our delay module here and selecting phrase looper. All right. And now you're good to go. You'll see this little red light flashing. Then you can dial in a sound because you're in manual mode. Now, I'm not using a guitar for this because I have to have it on a table and I need to hit this as I start to play. So I'm using a little synth, and that's the sound that's on the synth. Now, I would suggest that if your timing isn't brilliant or you want some sort of metronome, just switch on a drum machine or something somewhere, or have a metronome. I have a metronome. That won't record, okay, but it'll keep me in time at least for the first loop. All right. So what we're going to do is dial in our sound that we want. So maybe I would like a little bit more delay. And we could dial in some more compression. Okay. Now, default position for the pedal is the volume of your guitar or instrument. And this is the volume of the loop when you're playing it back, okay? So it's important to get your mix levels correct before you start to loop, all right? So that's another thing, but we'll look at that in a sec. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my little metronome, and I'm just going to play along for a little bit, not too accurate, but as soon as I want to start to play, I have to press this and the instrument. You need to be accurate, well, as accurate as you can be. So turn my metronome off, and this now controls the level of the loop playback. Now, there is no way to actually stop this loop and start it again. So that's something to be aware of. That's another one of the cons. Not as far as I know. Hopefully, if someone's in the chat and they know how to stop it and start it, then, but it doesn't matter. So now what we can do is we can dial in another sound. So let's maybe put some distortion on. You must make sure that this light is just solid as well. Okay, but after the first loop and you stop it, it will be. I'll take that off the delay now. Put it back onto EQ. Turn this back up. Can have a jam around with it. Okay, change some of the synth parameters. So I'll just quickly record that. Now, I've got my two loops going and you'll see this is flashing. This is still in overdub mode now. So that means that if I play something now, it's going to record. If I don't want to do that, just press this once and the light will go solid and you're good to set up a new sound now. So now here's a cool thing. I'm going to set this to this ring modulator effect. Turn overdrive off. Give myself some volume. Listen to this now. If I make an adjustment with this control. What the cool thing is with the looper, because basically it's recording audio, it's going to record anything you do. So if you're a guitarist and you've got a friend, you can adjust these parameters and it will record the parameter movements into your loop. And I'll show you that now with this ring mod. Now I'll just make sure my levels are kind of correct. Down a little bit, turn me synth up a bit. So ready? I've recorded my knob movement. And there I am ready to go with another sound to set up. And then if I want to overdub again, it's, you know, double tap to delete. Now, like I said, I can't find a way to stop it and start it again. So I'll, you know, find the sound, turn this down. So, okay, I want to, one more thing I want to show you, okay, is if we set up another sound now, maybe something not quite, I'll get this back onto a normal sound. Like I said, initially, your pedal is your volume, but we'll switch this on in a second. I'll just get some sort of better sound on the synth. Give it some volume. Maybe. There we go. And we'll put some mod in here, maybe some some flanger, which is nice. Now I'm going to turn the pedal on. Now, if you own an ME-80, you know you have to stomp hard on the top part of the pedal. So to turn it on, there we go. And I'm going to use this now. Listen. So we can get some cool psychedelic stuff going on because remember, like the ring mod, the pedal also records as well. So I'm not going to be worrying about timings, metronome, stuff like this. Now I'm just going to switch on the loop and start playing. And then it's recorded all that pedal movement. So now you're, because it's not flashing, because it's the first loop, it will stop, let you set up another sound. But remember, once you hit it again, you're in loop mode and you must stop it to do another sound. If you double tap this twice accidentally, by the way, your loop will be gone forever. So if we wanted to set up another sound now, we can. whatever you like. So there you go. There's how you use your phrase looper. Like I said, limitations are 38 seconds. It's long enough, trust me. I mean, that was quite a long little thing we did there. There's no way to stop it and start it, which is, I find quite weird. So if anyone is out there and says, this is what you do to do that, that'd be super handy, because it would be nice to stop it and be able to start it again. However, you can control the volume by this. It will record all your knob movements as well, because it's audio, which is really cool. It's like an audio buffer, So that is it. Brilliant. Top job. Easy to use, but remember, a couple of caveats are that you can't use any of the delays in the delay module, because the phrase looper is part of the delay module. But you do have a delay in the effects 2 here, and you do have a delay also inside the mod section here. After that, everything else is cool. Using the memory, I couldn't get it to work properly, but I don't, I think there's a way, but it's much more fun in manual mode. Put it in manual mode. You can change everything for each sound, as long as you're not flashy, as long as you're not kind of flashing fast, you're not recording sort of things. So one more thing, press once to start the loop. Okay. Press it again and it'll be solid. This is if it's a new loop, right? Press it again and you're in overdub mode, and it will continue in overdub mode. It'll run the loop and then you can continue overdubbing. One press and that will play the loop, but you can then set up a new sound. Double tap to clear the loop. Okay, so remember, once, start, tap again, it will stop. Tap again, you will be in loop mode. Tap again to stop. Double tap to reset. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a patron or making a donation, super thanks, or via PayPal. All the links are in the description below. Help support us here at the Sound Test Room. Boss ME-80, phrase looper, everything you need to know about the phrase looper. Super easy and good fun. Just remember, there are a few drawbacks, but Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Ta-da!